Nathaniel Atiandeng, I'm the Director of South Dove Training Services and a Global Coordinator for the Bishop Nathaniel Garang Training Center in Juba. I have been in the Diocese of Qu'Appelle for about 8 years now, and I began as a postulant or somebody who is aspiring to resume the clergy activities. Of course, I was ordained in the Episcopal Church of South Sudan before I came to Canada, but I wanted to resume my activities just to celebrate communion and preach and be with the congregation. Being a priest in the Episcopal Church of South Sudan is challenging, one of which is lack of facilities to train. So I was blessed to be in the refugee camp. So a little bit I had more access to education than my colleagues who had remained in South Sudan. But the education that I had access to was not a formal theological and leadership training, but theological and spiritual formation is obviously lacking. People have dreams to be good leaders in one way or the other, whether in the church or in the government or in the private sector. Education changes perspective and it changes life. Therefore, when the church leaders are empowered, that translates to the society being empowered, and therefore this kind of formal training are very important. Bishop Nathaniel Training Center, we are hoping that it will be a ground where we will actually translate the education that we acquire here to the clergy there. People try to move to Canada, particularly for education. If we have the opportunity to avail the same education to the people in their own local setting, that will be a wonderful achievement for the Canadian churches and for the leaders who are aspiring to do this for other people. So when the idea came up, we went into the South Sudanese community and shared the idea with them. And we were lucky, one of our members donated the land to us. So the land is based in Juba now, and it was part of the sensitization or mobilization that we were doing. At the moment, the land is ready, and we have been in contact with the local contractor. That is, we have also developed a plan on what can be done. We are thinking of 4 classrooms. We are thinking of the principal's office. We are thinking of the cafeteria and the amenities that will be in the cafeteria, and of course the restrooms and the parking spot. That will be the plan, and at the moment the contractor, they have just cleared the land. They have seen the land and demarcation is happening. Bishop Daniel Deng, who is the overseer of the center, is living in Australia, but he goes to Juba frequently. So that is the person who is overseeing the entire project. Diocese of Qu'Appelle took on the task before the center to educate one of the clergy who is in Kakuma refugee camp, and his name is Abraham Malik Deng. So the center is an idea from the first attempt for education for the South Sudanese, and therefore we have team in Canada, the Diocese of Qu'Appelle. The College of Emmanuel and St. Chad also join us because the idea of training and the empowered church was very important for them, and therefore that is where we will have the 3 main focal areas for the center. Will be the training, the empowerment and experience. I want just to zoom into the experience. The experience we are talking about is actually a sharing of ministry. When the center is stable and it is functional, we are thinking our friends from the Diocese of Qu'Appelle and our friends or students from the College of Emmanuel and St. John will have a visiting privileges, or our friends will be interacting through online courses. That is important because local context matters in leadership. So these three teams, the College of Emmanuel and St. John, the Subjob Training Services, and the College of and the Diocese of Qu'Appelle are in Canada. Kakuma has a team too, and by now the center in Juba, the Bishop Nathaniel Graham Training Center, has a very independent leadership on its own. It is a dream because, honestly, I am in Canada by my heart, but my heart is in South Sudan. I have experienced firsthand what a lack of formal education can do. People will not understand each other even on simple things. So the idea of Bishop Nathaniel Graham Training Center is to bring into conversation what leaders do when they disagree. So education is a tool, but the end goal is the unity of the church. And therefore, when this center is functional, we are not thinking only for one denomination like the Episcopal Church. It is an ecumenical, interdenominational center. That is our vision, and therefore to bring people together for the service of the Lord. Request for prayers. One is the unity of the people that are working day and night to make this a reality. Second is the prayer for peace in the nation, because in a society where there is war, facilities like this cannot function and we cannot achieve our goal. And lastly, the main other prayers that I am requesting for people is for faith itself to develop in the people, because without faith and that hope in the power that God has given to us through different gifts, then the center need expertise who have been given that gift by God, and with faith they can utilize those gifts for the well-being of other people and for the sustainability of the center.